return it for Atlanta. And ball comes out. Falcons get on it. I think they're saying he was down anyway. And it's a 21-yard return, a tackle by Jordan Whittington. Take a look and see if this ball came out, which would only change field position. His knee looks like it was down.
Yeah, hard to tell. I thought it actually came out, but it sounds like stopped with forward progress.
Yeah, it does look like they may have ruled forward progress on that play. So
that's it. That's the earliest Russell Yerk has ever been involved in a broadcast. Official. Here is Bijan Robinson. Has to hesitate. There wasn't. And this team, as you see, his overall record of 3-3, 3-2 since week 12 when he took over from Michael Penix, who tore his ACL.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins has come in and really done a nice job. I think he's really done a good job of stabilizing this quarterback position and you know, executing the offense the way that it's intended to do. It has given it a little bit of a different look since he took over as quarterback as well.
Robinson gets 2. This Rams defense rallying to the football. Will give Kobe Turner credit for the tackle. We look at this offensive line, 4 straight Pro Bowls for their backs and receivers. Really good with Bijan Robinson, Drake London, their tight end who is red hot as Kyle Pitts. 3rd down and 7. Protection is there. London downfield, nearly picked by Emmanuel Forbes. And it's 3 and out for this, as Cousins took a deep shot on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the Rams do a good job. He's working the intermediate part of the field. It just was not there, and that's where the coverage dictated that he go, but just really
pick ahead of Christian Gonzalez, the outstanding corner for the Patriots, and he's found a home with the Rams. Bradley Pinion will punt. Xavier Smith waits for it. Good high hanging punt, and back flag flies near the 11. Smith reverses field, gets to the sideline. Remember, a flag's down, and now Smith is down at the 41. 59-yard punt, 30-yard return, but everybody's backing up as it looks like the call.
For as long as he has been, and what a great job he has done ever since he took over 9 years ago.
Great job is what Matthew Stafford has done. He is going to hand to Kyren Williams, and the top back between Kyren Williams and Blake Corum ends up picking up 3. As we look at Stafford, and the numbers, Troy Aikman, just eye-popping.
They really are, and the way in which he's been able to play is remarkable, considering there was question marks as to with him. Said there was a time when they thought they might have to start the year with him on IR, and not only has he played every game, but he's your leading candidate right now in Week P.
Play action here. Stafford out to his right, has room in front of him, airs it out downfield, and he and Parkinson not on the same page. It'll be 3rd down and 7. For the moment with Stafford, he's the oldest offensive player to make every start this season. And to go with what you said about almost starting on IR, he told us if we told him how good he would feel at this stage of the season, considering how that back felt during the entire camp and preseason.
Anyone who has back injuries, they can't imagine playing professional football team. You can only imagine what he goes through each week to be prepared.
Here's Mumfield on the quick catch. And we'll see where they put it down. It is very close to 1st down yardage. Kanate Mumfield. And it looks like they are going to give him enough, and they are, for a 1st down.
Very an excellent route. He holds the line until right when he's making the cut, and he's got excellent hands. He's one of these young, talented wide receivers drafted in the 7th round. Just a great find by Devontae Adams, out with injury.
Sure looked like he was short, and a challenge from Raheem Morris. You saw the knee was down.
Didn't catch the ball, however, he's short of the line to gain. It'll bring up 4th down from that spot.
And McVay with the call sheet in front of his face. Is he going to go or not? He is not going to go.
I thought he might use snap count to try to draw him off sides. That would have been bold. You know, talking about coming in and having the success that the Rams have had this year against a team that has nothing to really play for Atlanta, to try to get good field position for their own offense if they'd made a stop.
Ethan Evans will punt it. Devin Tompkins is waiting and calls for a fair catch, which he 3,500 yards, 18 passing touchdowns, but was coming off an Achilles tear. Now he's another season removed from that, and you see him here under center, which a healthier Achilles has allowed him to do, and that's where he's at his best.
Yeah, and you can tell watching him, Joe, that he is much healthier than he was a year ago.
Look at false start that the Falcons just got away with, and Bijan Robinson over the left side gets 5.
You know, you talked with Kirk Cousins in last year when he got bent.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
They missed one on Jake Matthews on the previous play, but they get one here on Lindstrom, who is the Falcons' first Pro Bowler for 4 straight years on their offensive line team, former number 2 overall pick from Pitt. And a wonderful guy. Second down and 10. That was Sills in motion. Good protection over the middle. That's Sills with a catch. He really stepped forward when Drake London was on IR. He gets an early.
Because this is a pass rush that can get after the quarterback, and Cousins has to hold the ball a little longer really than what he would have preferred to. But Sills work in the middle of the field. He's able to work back to Cousins and does a good job. This is a guy, as you mentioned, for Kirk Cousins with Drake London in the lineup. He missed an earlier start against Miami when Cousins was the quarterback.
Play action, and Cousins under heavy pressure by Nate Landman, a former Atlanta Falcon, forces
on the left guard is who's trying to block him, and he just gets right past him. Cousins, he has no choice but to just unload the football, and Nate Landman, he just keeps getting better, and not to re-sign him. He lands in LA, and he's had a great year for him.
Algier in the backfield. He gets it over the right side, and on 2nd and 10 gets 2. That's it. So you're going Landman. You're going Landman. I know you're friends with Try.
Ocean Landman, and she was a swimmer at Oregon State. So there you go.
That's outstanding. 3rd down and 8. Here comes Landman. And here's a completion to Mooney. And a strong throw from Cousins.
This game, Darnell Mooney has to be a factor, and this is an excellent route. He recognizes that it's zone, and he just subtly slides back out towards the boundary. Cousins knows exactly where he's going. He's got great protection and gets the ball in his hands.
Collarbone on the first day of camp. Here's play action from Cousins. Mooney the target. Incomplete. You know, it's funny with regard to Cousins. He's old by now, but just to refresh in a primetime audience, at $100 million guaranteed in March of 2024, 43 days later, who is about as gentlemanly and as benign with comments and all that. That's about as forcefully as he can say anything. As Robinson on 2nd and 10 with a gain of 8.
Yeah, you talked to Kirk to our sport, and it's one of the reasons why he didn't re-sign with Minnesota. They kind of made it clear that they were going to bring somebody in. So he was surprised. But in talking with Raheem Morris, that was always the plan for the Falcons, was to draft a quarterback. It was a rich quarterback draft last year.
3rd down and 2. Sills finds a hole in this defense. And a good second possession being put to 20.
Hard to tell exactly if it's Emmanuel Forbes who busts coverage or Cam Curl, the safety, but he's expecting help on the outside. Forbes, the corner number 1, he's expecting Curl to be over the top. He doesn't get there and makes for an easy completion.
Sets up. Here's Robinson right side, finds a crease. And down inside the 5 near the 3 maybe.
On this path right here by Robinson, Cousins got to get all the way. And I know from experience, you got to really come out from underneath center to make that handoff. That's what he could not do last year with that Achilles injury. So they ran everything from shotgun with Bijan Rob behind him. But now this year, they've been able to bring that back to the offense.
2nd down and goal. Why not toss it back to Robinson? And there is nothing there. Well played by the Rams defense.
A lifetime ago was so devastating for the Rams, but they're led, of course, by the front runner.
Shaking the Rams' confidence, you would be wrong. Sean McVay says he loves the vibe of his team right now. He said one of the first things he told his guys when they got back on the practice field this week was, our stars were watching and wishing for results are to him a waste of emotional energy. He said the Rams are just going to worry about the Rams. He said they're preparing for 6 more games, including Super Bowl 60, and they like their chances of getting there. McVay said, we have a great quarterback leading the way, a great receiver in Puka Nacua, and an effective run game. So LA believes their game packs up and travels anywhere, Joe.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Add to that a very, very, very defense. They're going to be tough to beat. Let's talk about the Atlanta Falcons. They are on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. They're not going to be a postseason team, but they played better with Kirk Cousins here of late back at quarterback, and they've got some offensive weapons that are as good as any team has in the league.
Yeah, I agree. They're pretty solid across the board, and I also agree that Kirk Cousins, what he's been able to do, no surprise. Anybody who's watched Kirk Cousins play over the course of his career, he's really stabilized the quarterback position. He's gotten the ball out, which has helped everybody with protection. And then at tight end with Kyle Pitts, he's become more of a factor here with Cousins at quarterback as well. You mentioned Bijan Robinson when we showed him. They don't time. If you're at home and you haven't watched this young man play football, you're in for a real treat tonight.
Well, guess what? You're about to hear from him. Moments ago, he stopped by and chatted with Laura Rutledge. Laura.
Thank you, Joe. Bijan, you lead the league in scrimmage yards per game this season. What do you point to as the reason why?
I mean, I'm always say God, because without him, like, it would never happen. But, I mean, just the gifts that he's given me and just me working hard every single day and me and my coach always getting in the extra work, like, it's led to this point. But, you know, I want to do it again for this team and continue to play as hard as I can for the team so we can, you know.
Considering the way that this year has gone, what's the priority as it comes to a close?
I'll say this finish strong. Like, I think it's been fun in practice these past couple weeks, just knowing, yeah, we didn't make it, but, you know, we're out here just playing for each other and making sure that we finish the last 4 weeks of the season the right way, no matter what the circumstance is. Like, it's been the most important thing. So I feel like just every day getting better and making sure that we know how to continue to close out games and be the best that we can in the fourth quarter is the biggest thing for us.
Thank you, Bijan.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe.
Laura, thanks. He's a star, isn't he? He can run routes.